So let's look what else we have. I'm just scrolling down here. Whoops, there's also an edit one here. So the first thing we should do with the edit one is actually to read the person we're looking for here. Who do we want to edit? And again, notice there is both a get and a post again. So we have to first just find out if he's actually there, the person we want to delete. And I'm just going to grab this line again. I'll do _personManager.read and pass in the ID of the person I actually want to read. Now, I can't remember, but did we actually implement this? Let's have a look in the person list manager. Oh, we don't. We still need the read with a specific ID here. So I'll just paste in here a return statement and just pretty much copy paste what we had there inside the controller. And now it actually reads the first person it finds with the actual ID that I'm looking for. Great. So now the read function is also up and running inside our person list manager. And now we actually read the guy, and if he's not there, we just redirect to the index page. We didn't find him. If he is actually there, we get down and create the view model that we talked about earlier, which is going to, then we're going to use the person status model.statuses to return all the statuses here. So we'll do .read to pull out all the statuses, and then the edit part of getting a view is actually done because we pull out the view model where we pull in the two pieces of information, the person we want to edit and the list of all the statuses available, so the drop down list will be available for us. Great. Now we need to also figure out how to do the post part, but we want to get rid of all of this code. Now there's a lot of responsibility here for the actual, there's a lot of responsibility here for the controller. We want to move that into the manager, and I'm just going to grab everything here because notice I'm ending up in the index no matter if he's there or not. So let's just end up by saying we end up in the returning to the index page no matter what right now. No exception thrown or anything. We could do that later. But what I want to do is I want to say person manager, it needs an underscore person manager dot, and then we need to say delete, right? And then we just send in the person's ID. And then we're kind of done here from the controller's point of view, right? So it's that simple for the controller. Let's get back to the person list manager to actually also figure out if the update is here. It is, but it's not implemented. Let's implement it. Boink. There we go. So we have the update function here. And right now it says P here, so let's just change the person here to P instead. And then we can say find the first person to edit, and if that is not found, instead of redirecting, let's just return null. And let's actually make this prettier. If he is not null, then I want you to actually do this down here, right, like this, and then I want you to just end up returning that person to edit. Now by doing this I can save pretty much a line of code, and I always like saving lines, so that's why I'm doing it. Now I need to again grab the statuses, and I have of course my person status manager to do that. And then I can just do read because I don't have to use the first default. Now that's the status manager's job to figure out how to get that specific status, right? So again, I delegate my responsibility to whoever knows how to do this. Another thing, why add a variable there? Let's just paste it directly in here. Screw the variable. There we go. And now we have the if statement up and running. And of course, this guy wants me to turn it around. That was why it looked like it did before. Now I'll keep it like this because I like this better. So now the update is also up and running. I think I'm pretty much done with everything, but I still see an error here. Let's see, the store data is not something I need. Let's just delete that. That was just for show and tell earlier. Let's just go back to the list manager again because I saw an error up here. That will be the final thing, and then we'll test if everything is actually running as expected. Okay, so I see the error. The error is that we're not using the PSM. Now to do that, we might as well just call this a static guy because, yeah, I'm going to use that in a static context inside the list. And that just, oh, notice that it happened again. It happened again. I pressed my command button, and that's not a good thing. I just did it again twice. I'm just used to the command button. Sorry about that. So psm.read the first guy. There we go. So now I'm just using, instead of using the static list that was locally before, now I'm actually using the manager from the status guy to actually pull out my different statuses. They're getting the same result, but I'm just pulling it out in another way.